Hey everybody, my name is BlakJak. Welcome back to Kirby 64. Last time we took on one of my favorite levels, probably my favorite level, 5-3. And in this episode, we're going to move on from the mall into a factory. And I left and came back with the drill ability, just because we're going to need it for the first crystal that's in this room when you jump down there. If you go to the right, there's food, so if you need food, you can get some food. Dodge these happy Gordos by just holding down, and you should be fine. Watch out for this little small sawmill looking dude, and you should be okay. And then if you hold down, you can dodge these missiles, and these missiles have names too, but I don't know what they're called. I think they're like bonzos or something like that, probably. I don't know, I'm probably wrong. And then right there's a crystal shard, and now we have to dodge this. Fuck, what was it called? Kirby? I don't remember. But anyway, if you go down all the way here, you will notice that these boxes are in the way, and they're blocking your path. So you're going to need drill to drill through them. And the only way to do that is if you go to the top and then launch drills right over here into these little areas, because the drill will go through. Nothing else can stop the drill. Nothing else can go through the walls other than the drills. I think maybe Cutter can, but Cutter isn't the power-up you need. So, just like that, we're able to continue. Also, if I'm not mistaken, we already used double cutter anyway, so why not give a different power-up a try, even though I'm almost positive we used drill for something different too. But regardless, and now we're on these little conveyor belts, and you can just drill your way through, or you can run it. But in this level, we're also going to be playing as King Dedede, which is great. And there's no crystal shard in here for King Dedede. It's just a little conveyor room. As you progress throughout the level, the conveyor belt gets stronger, so it's slowly moving right now. There's not really much to do other than get hit by all the enemies and dodge the little hammers, or the big hammer robots. But as you progress, as you can see, the conveyor belt is getting a lot harder to deal with. It's starting to push us a little more than usual. If you run over here to the other end, you'll see that it'll slow down. So it's definitely scaling to how far in the level that you are, not how long you've been in the level, I guess is the best way to put it. There's also no crystal here. I'm almost positive I was also looking for a crystal, but I wanted to show off the conveyor belt as well. So there's that. It's just a small, short room with King Dedede. And of course, I suck at this game, so you know, pretty bad at playing King Dedede. I'm almost positive I could get hit by that like standing still rocket just by like overthinking it. So eventually, you'll be forced to start to run because King Dedede can't keep up with the conveyor belt, or rather, he can, but he walks so slowly that the hammer will hurt him. And then like it just kind of. It's kind of worth it just to wait for them to hit, break the door, and then wait for them to hit again, you know, just so that you don't get hit by the hammer. But eventually you'll be fine. This turbine isn't that big of an issue either, but this one can be. Oh, never mind, I thought I got hit there. I thought I was remembering getting hit by that second turbine. So that joke one didn't work. So then at the end of the level, Kirby. King Dedede's gonna like launch Kirby. Because I guess Kirby was like, hey, King Dedede, we can keep going. He's like, no. Fuck him. I don't think there's anything here. However, I'm curious as to what's going on in the background. Like, why is there a pigfish in the background? Why is there a snowbird that's like looking like it's made out of snow instead of like snowflakes or whatever, like actual like compacted snow? Are these like enemies that were supposed to be in the game but never made it? What are these Gordos hiding? Nothing. Okay, I thought maybe these Gordos were hiding something. This is definitely a part of the level that you can definitely see them hiding something. Sorry about that hiccup. I have no idea what's going on. That was a weird hiccup. Especially like that sandwich, it just tells me like, oh yeah, there's gonna be something hidden here. And these eye cubes are protecting everything and harassing me because I suck at this game. Oh my god, I suck at this game so badly. Like, it's not hard to dodge. I'm just really bad at this game. What's up here? More meat. All right, that's fine. I'll take it because I clearly need all the help I can get in this game. But I like the aesthetic of this level. This level's pretty cool. I like the level design too. Like the level designs in this game are very simple. Like there's like light platforming, just hold right and jump every once in a while. But like the aesthetic of the levels are pretty neat. I like them a lot. There's this little black cat in the jar of viscous liquid. I'm very confused what's going on here. This Terabite is stealthy. Doesn't want you to get the cake because the cake is a lie. There's like a Kiki, I think. Oh, that's not Kiki. Kiki is the other one. I have no idea what that is. There's like this little witch girl in there. No idea what's going on. And here we're gonna need the lightsaber ability, Spark and Cutter, of course, to break that cage. And I was like, dang, man. Burnus, that's what they're called. Yeah, so glad I remembered that. You gotta fight a Burnus. You could use the fire enemies. I like the drill power-up because the drill power-up is super useful. Well, at least it's super useful when you're not getting hit by rocks. And then you could just like mess it up like 4 drills in a row. But yeah, we're gonna need the lightsaber ability. Just know that this is when I found out if you leave a room with a crystal and then come back, the crystal disappears. Because if I'm not mistaken, these guys give you lightning. Yes, they give you lightning. And I was like, okay, cool, I can get a sawmill from that other room, and then the crystal disappeared, and I was like, oh. Okay. And then that door was closed, I was like, oh. That's a double fuck you. Alright. Brood. I don't even like you anyway. And then, like, I just left all butthurt. We'll be coming back at the end. Oh, and then I died from crushing. Yep, that's right. I totally forgot I died from crushing. Did I already mention that I suck at this game? I was so disappointed in myself. I was like, I can't believe that happened. That was so lame. I should cut it out, make no one notice, but then people will notice the life counter would be different because it's a giant fucking number in the bottom corner. But yeah, the whole point is that you're supposed to wait in these little crevices. This whole level kind of reminds me of the first WarioWare game. There's like this mini game where you're like a little bird thing, and you have to find the space in which the 2 walls collide, but they don't meet. You have to like hide in that tiny little space. That game was really fun. That like one micro game in the WarioWare game. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about. It was really fun. That's a close call, but you'll be fine in there. These shot cells aren't even that big a deal, honestly. I kind of didn't even realize they were there until I got hit by one of them, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I'm almost positive I got hit by one of them. It wouldn't surprise me if I did get hit by them. I think I was like aiming for like the sandwich or something at one point, or like I was getting health or something, and like I just got hit. I was like, oh shit, there's enemies here? I was more focused on the foreground than the background. But that's a really nice touch that they have background enemies in this level. And since crushing is an instant kill, you know, you don't want to... what's the term I'm looking for? You don't want to outrun the thing. You want to make sure you're... I was like, why did that kill him? And then I realized, like, if you're staying still, it'll kill him. But yeah, you don't want to, like, be like, oh yeah, I can make that, and then die and have to redo the whole thing. So it's better just to be a little patient. And this is a bigger FU. You can find Spark and Cutter here, but you can't bring it back because, again, the crystal goes away and the door is locked. But these enemies over here make it difficult for you to come back. So it's just a pain in the ass, honestly. I think I died to these enemies. By the way, if you let them carry you all the way, they will crush you. Here's the crystal. And then here's where I died. Boop. Crushed. Just like that. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna get my double lightsaber ability, because you can just grab that, you know. And we're gonna keep this ability, and then I'm gonna come back and grab that that one shard that I missed at the end. So this is a pretty simple thing. Just remember that once you have the lightsaber, that you can't float with the lightsaber, so you have to like duck a bit to unequip the sword. That goes double for the flame sword. You can't fly with the flame sword. And right here, you want to wait because you'll spark this guy, and he'll crush you in between this other robot, and then they'll meet, and then they'll like back up slowly, and then you can fly up. And then you can deal with these Zeuses right here. They're not that big a deal, especially when they decide that they want to collide together. I think there's like 2 of them, but they like merge together. So that was pretty interesting. So let's see if I can grab this card, and I got the 1-up instead. So that does the that mitigates the crushing death. And now we unlock the boss HR-R/HR-E. He is the boss of level. And we're gonna fight this Burnus with the dual lightsaber, just because why not? I need it. And with that, we pretty much beat the oh wait, hold on. I thought I hit him one more time and then like an extra run. I think I was playing it cautiously because I didn't want to die. I figured like I'm gonna grab the shard, leave, and then go in with full health, and then I got hit anyway. And then I threw caution out the wind because I was like, whatever. I no longer care. You no longer care. Fuck it. I think I got a life by filling up the bar on the bottom, so that's where that life came in. Again, when you grab shards, you get blue shards, they fill up 10, but I don't think I did that. I think I just had enough stars. So anyway, we're gonna go in and take on HR-R and /HR-E. This boss is actually kind of difficult. I had a hard time figuring out this pattern. I died to him like 3 times, so I ended up coming back with the needle, because the needle bomb, because the Happy Gordo bomb is broken as fuck. But what you want to do is wait for this attack if you're doing it without power-ups, and you want to get as close to the hand as you can, because when he lands the blow, 2 rocks come up and you can inhale the rocks. That move is super hard to dodge if you're not paying attention. Don't even bother attacking on this attack. Honestly, that like hand slap is hard enough to duck and dodge as it is. Like, quite honestly. Like once you know the pattern, his attacks aren't too bad, but yeah, it's just that he's kind of hard to, like without having any power-ups, he's kind of hard to fight. At least I found him very hard to fight. And once you eventually do enough damage to him, oh by the way, when he like claps, when he does his clap attack, he will pick you up and like pile drive you into the ground. So don't be in the middle when he does that. Up, and here I am showing it off. But that was enough for me to defeat HR-R. And now we're going to be taking on HR-E. And this is honestly the easier phase of the 2. Because what he does is he launches out all these missiles, and when you have no power-ups, you can just grab 2 of them, run, and then shoot him for double damage. So that's pretty neat. That ability you can just dodge by walking away. And then he even uses his little hands to snipper, like he uses them as like scissors, and you could just jump over them. So this part's actually not that hard. HR-E is not that hard, but HR-R is kind of hard. But with that, we beat Shiverstar, and now we're on to the final world. I believe it's called Ripple Star, if I'm not wrong. It's been a little bit since I played, but with the power of the big crystal, we're able to make it back to Ribbon's home planet, which is being infested by the darkness, or rather by dark matter. And everyone's like, yeah, we got this, and Kirby's like, yeah, we got this, homeboy, and he's like, yeah, let's go. And he trips and falls, and everyone kills Kirby. And Kirby's dead, so... But I'll see you guys in Ripple Star. Peace.